What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the POCO F5, and today in this video, this is gonna be interesting because finally, after a lot of you guys have actually asked me to try a different ROM other than EvolutionX on the POCO F5, and right now today in this video, I'm gonna be reviewing the latest RisingOS version 1.4 Elysium, the latest official build. This is the 17th September 2023 build. I have been using this for a couple of days now on this device, and my experience has been really good. I'll share everything in detail, so do stay tuned till the end. And if you don't know how to flash this ROM on your POCO F5, you can check out the flashing guide as usual from the description. But let me do a small talk about this particular recovery that I recommend actually to flash, because I used the latest recovery. It was removed after flashing this ROM, so that is why I will still recommend using the older recovery, which is this one. You can notice just the name from here. Of course, the download link will be listed in the description. Now this particular build comes with two separate versions. Of course, one includes the GApps and one doesn't, and as usual I have flashed the GApps included variant over here, and you can see the pre-built Leica camera and MIUI gallery apps are there. This MIUI gallery is not there in the EvolutionX ROM, which you do get over here, so that's a plus over here. And we have the SafetyNet passed by default, and clean flash is recommended, is mentioned in the notes. And in here we have this RisingOS version 1.4 written, and we have the wallpaper right here, and it is of course for the POCO F5, and this is the official build, and this build is made by Sharma G Rit, so huge thanks to the developers of this ROM. We have the Android version as 13 or Tiramisu, and we have the RisingOS version as 1.4 Elysium, and it shows GApps, as this is the GApps included variant. The good thing is we are still getting the latest September 5th 2023 security patch. In the system panel, this is how it looks like. We have the buttons right here, and in here you can actually go into the power menu. Then you can enable the advanced reboot if you want. Even you can enable the device controls and stuff. Then we have the long press power button, toggle torch, automatically turn off torch options. Then the wake device, answer call, control playback, and keyboard cursor control. The volume panel on the left side and stuff are here. We have the invert layout and the edge long swipe actions right here. Let me go back. We have the system profiles. You can enable or disable, and in the gestures we have the quick tap actions. And in here you can enable these particular gestures, and you just look at the options. You have the take screenshot and all other options. And yes, it actually does detect. As you can see right now, it just backed up. It shows quick tap detected, and there is the required stronger taps as well in case you need that. We have the quickly open camera as well. You can use it. We have the system navigation gestures. In the settings of it, we have the navigation hint, the pill length and radius customization. If you scroll down more, we have the swipe to invoke sprint. That is actually working fine. We have the left edge, right edge customization. Let me go back. We have the 2-button and 3-button navigations as well. Then we have the one-handed mode as well. It should be working fine. Then the press and hold power button action, and the prevent ringing option is there. For convenience, you can also use this file transfer option for the USB, and we have the RisingOS updater, so you can check for updates, I think, from right here. Not really sure if it will work because this is an initial build, but yeah, the option is there. Now let me show you the stock launcher. This is how it looks like. This has the Ortus launcher as the default launcher. By the way, talking about the widgets, yes, I have added this big clock widget, as you can obviously notice, and it is actually working fine with the animations like opening and closing. Just notice how smoothly it works. And here also I have enabled the Bluetooth battery widget and stuff, and with that the phone's battery works fine. The Bluetooth battery, I mean, it goes into the Bluetooth settings. So these things are also working perfectly fine. No issues so far. And in case you are wondering about the settings, yes, it has huge amount of customization. In the miscellaneous settings, just notice how many options are there, including the session disabling option and stuff. Let me go back. We have the recent panel customization. In here you can enable the memory info, the clear all, and all these kind of options. I haven't disabled a couple of them, but with that, as you can see, this is how my recent panel looks like. We have the RAM usage status on the bottom, then the screenshot, the split app, and the Google Lens feature, and we have the clear all button right here. Let me just go into the app drawer. We have the app search bar, icon labels in drawer, and the row height, background opacity, etc. In the gestures, we do have this shake gesture action. I'll show you that later. And here we have the home screen settings, and right here we get the double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen, wallpaper scrolling and zooming, and all these customizations just notice from the screen. And we have the icons customization as well. You can use it if you want. And to the left of the home screen, we still have the Ghost Discover page, and everything is just buttery smooth, no problems with the animations. Even scrolling in the app drawer and stuff, it's very smooth. Even the quick setting panel, just notice how beautiful it looks with the background blur and stuff. I have enabled it with the customization, and there is the quick setting panel animation as well. I have actually enabled that as well in the customization settings. And you can edit and add multiple toggles, and this is how the power menu appears. You can directly reboot to the recovery or fast boot from right here if you want. By the way, these are the stock apps of this ROM, and it comes with very minimal apps, even with the GApps included variant. And you are seeing this Fresh Walls and the PixArt app are there. That's because I was restoring my Google App Data backup, but otherwise everything else are the stock apps. And with the MIUI gallery app, and if you go into the more section, we have this recognize text and all other features. So let me just click on recognize text, and let's see. So yeah, it actually recognizes, and you can just copy the texts from right here. So this is really good. It actually gives this note kind of over here, and we have this revise option as well, and we have the save, share, and the copy option for the texts. In the settings, we have all these MIUI gallery kind of settings that you do get normally in MIUI. So basically you get the idea. This is a typical MIUI kind of gallery. Only the edit section still shows or asks me to actually download, but it's not downloading even over Wi-Fi, but it may or may not work. But let me actually show you. We have this OxygenOS kind of dialer, and let me actually show you from the settings. We do have the auto call recording option, and it does record automatically every call, and it is actually working perfectly fine. So that's a really good thing, that the default dialer has the call recording option right out of the box. It also gets the contacts app and messaging app and stuff for this specific ROM. So this is really good. You can use this one if you want, and it doesn't announce the call recording, guys. Now I'll just show you this shake gesture settings, and once I enable this to 1, here it shows torch is enabled. And right now, if I just go home, it just force closes for once. And right now, if I do this, as you can see, torch is turned on. Let me try one more time, and as you can see, torch has turned off. So yeah, this is actually working. So this gesture is gonna come really handy if you need this particular features. Let me show you the stock camera. Well, right now, this is coming with the Leica camera version 5 already, even though this is an initial build. Now, I would say yes, the camera is very, very optimized. The 0.6x lens, 1x, 2x, everything is working fine. Even the portrait mode, I have taken a couple of photos with it. I'll show you some samples later on, but yeah, the photo quality and stuff, everything is perfectly fine. There is the vlog, short film, slow motion, and all the other options, super moon and stuff. You can notice from right here. This is basically a similar camera what we get in Evolution X ROM right now. 61 megapixel mode is there. Then in the video settings, we also do get 4K and 60 fps option. So that's again a huge thing. It is actually working. I have tested it, no problems with that. We have the documents mode, enhanced mode as well. We have the pro video mode as well. All these features will work with the MIUI camera. And if you take a photo, just notice how fast it takes it. And if you open the photo, it will open in that MIUI kind of gallery. You can just use it for sharing it or just watching the photos and stuff. All these things will work, no problems with that. Now let me show you some of the samples that I have taken with this MIUI or Leica camera version 5. Let's talk about the basic things. Well, if you open a DRM info, you will see the SafetyNet still shows as L1. So you can stream Netflix or Amazon Prime videos in 1080p here. The IR Blaster, yes, it works perfectly fine. No problems with that. The SafetyNet here passes right out of the box, so banking apps is not a problem here. I have tested all the banking apps that I do use on a daily basis, and they are working perfectly fine here. And even the Google Photos does offer this Pixel can backup unlimited photos and videos, so this feature is gonna come really handy if you need these kind of things. Let me show you the display settings. This is how it looks like. We have the brightness level, adaptive or auto brightness. In the lock screen, we have the privacy controls, then we have the face unlock kind of customization and the double line clock, then the ambient display options are there. We have the hand wave and the pocket mode. I have enabled those because this pickup gesture, even though I have it enabled, it is still not working. Even in Evolution X, it was not working. So yeah, that is how it is. But with the hand wave and pocket mode, it will work. Let me go back. We have the double line clock control from lock device. Not really sure if I showed that already. We do have screen timeout, and there is up to 30 minutes option, and there is the screen attention mode if you need that. We have the dark theme as well, and there is a pure black mode, and it actually looks very beautiful with the dark theme. And we have the screensaver, the display size and text, and with the night light option, you can actually schedule it and change the intensity if you want. Let me go back. We have the live display, and in here we have the reading mode, the color calibration of the screen. Let me go back. The normal colors, you can actually change it to boosted, saturated, and the P3 sRGB. All these options are there, including the control of RGB, and the rotation settings are there. We have the 180 rotation in case you need that. Then there is a peak refresh rate. You can set it to 60, 120 or 90. Now this is a really great thing that you can switch the refresh rate to 90 only. Let me give you a demo. Right now it is set to 120, and as you can see with Chrome, it is actually showing 120 FPS with this. So that's really good. Let me just switch the peak refresh rate to 90, and even the minimum, if I set it to 90, right now if I go into the test2 website and reload this page, as you can see, it is stuck with 90 FPS. So this is really good that you can actually use this 90 FPS, and it will actually save a little bit of battery with it. I think so. So yeah, this is really great, and you can actually switch this to 60, 120 or 90, and that's a really great thing in my opinion. We have the smooth display as well. Even with this disabled, I didn't notice any lags or stutters. And we have the full screen apps, then the display cutout options. You can use it if you want. And we have the screensaver, double tap to wake, double tap to sleep, allow window level blurs, wake up unplug, and the desktop mode is there. Also, there is a per app refresh rate, and you can set per app's refresh rate to 60, 90, and 120 Hz. Again, a really good amount of choices. In the wallpapers and styles, by the way, this is how it looks like. In the change wallpaper settings, we still get the Nothing Phone 1 wallpapers. Also, there are the Nothing Phone 2 wallpapers in case you need those. And there are much more options with the wallpapers, and you can choose whatever you want from right here. So this is really great. You are getting great amount of wallpaper options. We have the wallpaper colors or the basic colors from right here, 16 colors I guess. And we have the dark theme, the shortcuts you can change for the left shortcut and the right shortcut of the lock screen. Let me go back. We have the app grid up to 6:10. In the battery settings, everywhere you will see these animations. Here it looks so beautiful. And in the battery settings, right away you will notice you are getting to see the battery info, or like the whole battery status. It shows the design battery capacity, the current battery capacity, even charging cycles right here. So this is really an interesting feature that we get to see all of these in the POCO F5. And we have the battery temperature right here. And if you scroll down more, we have the battery bar kind of, it shows the percentage, and we have the thermal profiles as well. You can set per app's thermal profile to benchmark, browser, camera, dialer, gaming, streaming, etc. We have the adaptive charging mode, and we have the view usage for 24 hours, and the battery saver mode option is there. We have this view usage for 24 hours, and we have the battery saver right here. We have the charging control as well. You can schedule it if you want. And let me go back. We have the adaptive preference right here. Now let me show you the battery life with the Accu battery app. And if you just take a look at these numbers, the screen on time that I'm getting is about 9 hours. So that's a huge thing for the POCO F5, at least I feel. And we have the screen off about 40 hours. It can definitely last you a whole long day, no issues. In the health section, we have the battery health showing as 91%. In case if you're wondering about the fast charging, yes, the fast charging here is actually working fine. No need to worry about that. Let me show you the sound and vibration settings. This is how it looks like. We have the media, call, ring, etc. volume controls, the alarm volume and stuff. And if you just scroll down more, we have the media, system haptics, all these things. You can control the whole UI haptics, and the vibration and haptics option is there separately. We have the ringtone vibration pattern changing option, then the shortcut to prevent ringing and stuff. And we have the per app volume control, dial pad tone screen, locking sound, touch sound and stuff. And the charging sound option is also there. Now we also have the live caption now playing, and the Dolby Atmos is also there. There is no Mi audio direct by the way, but we do get this Dolby Atmos at least. And we have the clear speaker option as well in case you want to use that. And by the way, this is how the volume panel actually looks like. You can expand the volume panel normally like this, and you can put the phone into mute or silent from right here. While playing music, it looks like this. In the lock screen, it has this wavy kind of bar, and playing and pausing looks like this. You can expand the volume panel right here. You can change the output device, from here if you want. In the security settings right here, we do have the quick unlock, the scramble pin layout, and the power button instantly locks, and the pin privacy and stuff. In the pixel imprint settings, we do get this touch to unlock anytime option. So in case you want to press on the fingerprint scanner, only then it will unlock. You can disable this particular option. There is the AppLock right here in the security settings as well. You don't have to go into the more settings to get the AppLock. So that's a really good thing. I've enabled all of these. So right now, let me actually show you the fingerprint scanner speed and stuff, all those things. So I'll just double tap anywhere in the home screen, it will go to sleep. And this is how it looks like when the screen is off totally. And let me show you the pocket mode. I have enabled it, and right now, as you can see, this is how the ambient display will work with the like pocket mode and stuff. And if I just tap on the fingerprint scanner, as you can see, it unlocks. Let me try one more time. So very fast unlocking, no problems whatsoever. And double tap to wake and stuff, everything is working fine. And this is how the clock actually looks like with the like lock screen. I have enabled this particular clock with the lock screen clock font. And here, just notice how fast it unlocks. No problems whatsoever with the fingerprint scanner that I have faced. If I enable the always on display, and right now, this is how it will look again. And let me show you. Yeah, this is how fast it unlocks. And even the animation, just notice how fast it unlocks. And the animation is very smooth. If I press the power button, as you can see, the animation is right there from the power button, and it looks like this. So yeah, very fast and snappy experience with like locking and unlocking stuff. All those things works perfectly fine. And let me show you the face unlock right now. I'll just double tap to wake. And if I just swipe up on the screen, and as you can see, it has unlocked. Let me show you one more time with the face unlock, and I'll just double tap and just swipe up, and yep. The face unlock speed, it's blazing fast, no problems whatsoever that you will face. In case you are wondering about the AppLock, yes, it is also working. It shows a window like this. And if I just tap on the fingerprint scanner, as you can see, the app particularly unlocks. So the face unlock, AppLock, and the fingerprint scanner, everything is working fine. No issues so far. Let's talk about performance. With that, I'll just open a couple of games or stuff like that to show you guys the RAM management of this ROM. So I just open BGMI, and let me just open Call of Duty as well. And let me just do one thing. Let's open Chrome, and I have TestUFO website open right here. So I'll just give it some time, and let's open X as well. And here, if I just scroll on X, just notice how smooth the performance is still. And here, let me open Play Store. Let's open YouTube as well. Now let's do one thing. Let's open Chrome. Yes, it is still in memory. Let's open X. Yes, it is still in memory as well. Let's open. Okay, so Facebook was not opened earlier. So yeah, let me just reopen it. And yeah, Facebook right now is in memory. X is in memory. Play Store is in memory. Even YouTube is still in memory. And right now, if I just try to open the BGMI, yes, as you can see, it is still in memory. And let me open Call of Duty. Yeah, it is still in memory. So everything is in memory, as you can see. So you can imagine the like performance over here with like two heavy games are there in memory, even with like multiple apps. So yeah, pretty much the RAM management over here, it's very smooth. And even after that, the device is staying perfectly smooth, no problems whatsoever anywhere, even while scrolling on stuff like that. So yeah, the performance over here is amazing, no issues whatsoever that I have faced. And here are the Antutu Geekbench score with a CPU stress test to give you an idea about the overall this build's performance. And with the landscape quick setting panel, I like this thing that here on the left side it shows the quick setting panels, and on the right side it shows the notifications, and you can scroll between them. Yeah, with BGMI, as you can see with this AI mode, it is actually working with 90 FPS. Here you can notice the FPS. Earlier, some of you guys were commenting how I'm getting the FPS right there, which app I'm using. I'm just using the Game Center kind of. And from the settings, I have just enabled this FPS info. And with that, I'm getting the FPS right there. And you can also record the screen, take a screenshot, all those things with this. And yeah, just notice how smooth it is. Okay, so I forgot to like show you the FPS. It is giving me all the time 90 FPS in this particular lobby kind of. Right now, the FPS is getting about 80, 90, something like that. In case you're wondering, I'm playing on the smooth and 90 FPS with this.
Location. Marked a location. Marked a location. Marked a location.
So pretty much overall 90 FPS that you can get with BGMI, so that's just really awesome. Even after a heavy gaming of about like 20 minutes, the device's temperature stays only 40 degrees. We'll check the FPS, but still let me tell you that I did not give it some time to actually cool down. So I'm gonna test it, how much FPS that you get. So here, let's start. Just notice how much FPS I'm getting. This is 120 FPS guys, and this is just insanely smooth. And I have to say the optimization that I'm noticing here, it is just awesome. So pretty much as you just saw, it is totally 120 FPS all the time in the Call of Duty mobile, and that is just awesome in my opinion, because while gaming in like COD mobile, I did not notice any kind of frame drops or something like that. Constantly 120 FPS, it's just huge, and that is when I was playing BGMI for a long time. And this device is just killing it with the RisingOS, and I have to say this ROM really gets a thumbs up from me. Let me know down there what do you guys think about the latest RisingOS build. Now it's time that I show you guys the customizations of this ROM. Well, this ROM has huge amount of customization, plethora of customizations right here on the bottom. And first of all, let me just show you the lock screen settings. You will see all these animations everywhere, and we have the always show when charging and stuff. Then the edge lighting option is of course there. We have the always trigger and pulse, repeat animation and stuff for the edge lighting, and it actually works with the pickup gesture you have seen. And we have the display media cover art and the art filter and stuff, pocket detection, power menu, and the music ticker, user switcher, and we have the fingerprint authentication and error vibration, ripple effect, battery info, that's the lock screen charging info, and we have the lock screen clock style and stuff. Everything is there, and you can just swipe over here to get into the lock screen clock styles. Just notice how many fonts are there for the lock screen clock style. Plethora of options are here. You can also use the nothing dot font if you want, which will look like this. And we have this small lock screen clock text size and the large lock screen clock size. I would say yes, these options are there, but I don't think it was actually working, because even with the fullest size, this is how big it looks. I have seen with the Redmi Note 10 Pro, it is a lot more bigger clock, but in here I would say it's much more smaller clock. I have actually tried to change it. It only goes small like this. So let me just switch it, and here just notice how small it has gone. And right now if I just like bring it to the fullest, so this is how much big it gets. So yeah, pretty much I would say yes, the clock font style, it's much more smaller when compared to other devices RisingOS, but yeah, it will get better with feature updates for sure. And we have the lock screen date style as well. Here you will notice some differences with the fonts. Now we have the miscellaneous settings. We have the game space right here, and you can have the game overlay, BGMI, and the Call of Duty stuff. Here we have the parallel space with which you can have 2 accounts of WhatsApp or something like that. Then we have the smart pixels as well. In here we have the like percentage of the smart pixel changing option as well, with the burn-in protection and stuff. Here we also have a system manager. In here we have this manage game boost and stuff like that. We have this aggressive idle mode and stuff like that to save battery, I guess. We have the weather settings as well right here. Let me go back. We have the unlock higher FPS in games, Google camera spoof, and the unlimited photo storage, Netflix spoof, and the floating rotate button. In the layout we have the IME button space, Android P animation, and the screen of animation, and the swipe direct screenshot is also there. It is actually working fine. We also have the capture mode feature right here. Then you can share, edit, delete, and we have the Google Lens option. In the notification settings, again we have this kind of looking animation. It looks really good. We have the colored quick setting notifications and the alert slider notification, reticker, and the app colored background, noisy notification, and the blur media notification artwork and stuff. Then the fade percentage options are there. Heads up, you can customize from right here. We have the clear all button. You can change the button style with this, and we have this button background option as well for the clear all button. Then the blink flashlight for incoming call options, and the ignore DND, blink rate, etc. you can customize. In the quick settings, we have the battery percentage. You can choose it next or inside the icon, right or left. And the battery style, you can also change for the quick setting panel, but I have been using with the follow style, which is the default one. Auto brightness icon is there, and we have the brightness slider position. You can have it on show always, and to the bottom, we have the columns and the like rows for the portrait mode, and we have the quick setting dual tone, vertical layout and stuff is there. And if you just scroll down more, we have the data usage. The background transparency option is there, and with 55%, this is how it looks in the light theme. In the dark theme, it looks even better, I guess. And we have the header image option. Up to 75 header images you will get. Let me just go to the bottom. We have the custom header image and the header image fade level and stuff, and there is the quick setting panel animation. These are the transition animations, and this is what I have been using, but you can just change it to whatever you want, like this depth page. So yeah, this is how it will look right now with the depth page. So yeah, everything you can customize over here regarding the transition or animation. Even the quick setting panel style, you can choose it to outline or something like that if you want. We have the quick setting UI style. You can change it to Android 11 if you like that look. In the sound settings, we have the pulse, the screenshot sound. You can disable it. We have the adaptive playback, volume, media output. Even the volume steps options are there, and the in-call vibration options are there. You can enable the vibrate on connect option if you want. Then in the status bar, we have the battery bar. Then the battery style, I have been using it with the iOS 16 style, which looks like this. Really cool it looks, I would say. But we get really amazing amount of options, like plethora of options. Just notice how many options are there. Let me go back. We have the battery percentage when charging, the 4G icon, Bluetooth battery status. The clock and date style is also there. We have the auto hide, high duration, AM PM style you can enable, and even the background chip options are there with these many customizations just for the clock and date. Just imagine. We have the combined signal icons, my camera privacy kind of, and we have the location privacy indicator, colored icons for the status bar, and we have the data disabled indicator as well, old style signal icons, and the quick pull down option is there. From right or left you can choose. Status bar icons are of course there. You can enable the headset, Bluetooth, etc. Let me go back. We have the Wi-Fi standards and we have the notification count. Then the logo you can enable. There is the RisingOS logo if you want to use that, but you can use other logos as well from right here. In the user interface, we have the font styles, and these are the font styles that you will get. Nothing.font and stuff, all of these. We have the Nokia font, the Samsung, and the OnePlus kind of font, then the Menro, Roboto, all these fonts are there. I have been using the default font, looks really good. We have the system icon packs, and just notice how many icon packs are there for the system. Let me go back. We have the Monet theme engine settings. You can change the luminance, chroma factor, tint background, and the background color, etc. Then we have the navbar styles as well you can change, and we have the signal icon styles as well, and plethora of options again for that. Then we have the system shapes, and just notice how many shapes are there. Then we have the volume panel style. You can change it to Realme UI, or there's the shaded layer style and stuff like that. And this is how it will look with that. We also have the Wi-Fi icon styles, and these are the options for that. We do have this about phone style changing option right here. You can have it on the centered wallpaper big banner or the normal wallpaper option. Then the settings contextual message, hide user card, and all of these settings you are noticing from right here. Even the setting style you can change. I have been using with the Ions card UI, looks really cool. And there is the settings header text. You can enable it, and you can have some text over there, I guess, with the settings header. I'll just disable that for the time being. Now these are all the customizations which are there. So give this video a thumbs up again if you like this video. Share this video with your friends if you want them to know about the latest RisingOS on the POCO F5 and how it's working. And please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today. I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye now.